Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. Today we will be discussing every potential outgoing from Paris Saint-Germain in this summer transfer window. Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos' contract has still not extended and will be ending it at the end of the season. But with Presnel Kimpembe's recent injury, Paris Saint-Germain may be looking to extend Sergio Ramos, but they will need to cut his wages a lot. And it's not 100% sure yet if Ramos wants to agree to that, and even if Paris Saint-Germain want to extend him with lower wages. So a move to Al Nassr or to an MLS club is still on the move and on the cards for Sergio Ramos. Juan Bernat is on the transfer list from Paris Saint-Germain this season and will be most likely going to a La Liga club. Of course, he has previously played in the Bundesliga, so maybe he has some stocks there, even though he was garbage at Bayern when he was there. So a move to La Liga looks very probable for Juan Bernat. Paris Saint-Germain looking to offload him this summer. Fabian Ruiz, according to some reports, has already asked the Paris Saint-Germain management to accept any bid from a La Liga or Serie A club, and that he does not feel happy at Paris. This guy is 26-year-old, came to Paris Saint-Germain, and after 7 months has still not adapted. And yeah, it's better for us to move on from him as long as he has some money to be covered for. So Serie A or La Liga for Fabian Ruiz. Renato Sanchez has succumbed to 6 different injuries at his 8th month spell so far at Paris Saint-Germain, and it's not looking that he will have a future here. Paris Saint-Germain is still looking and having a big question mark over Renato Sanchez. But if he manages to stay fit from now till the end of the season, maybe he will stay for midfield rotation. But that's a big if. If he gets injured one more time, I think Paris Saint-Germain will try to let go of him, because they only got him for 9 million, so it will be easy to make a profit or make equal. Carlos Soler, as I said, he's another 26-year-old who, after 8 months, has still not adapted to Paris Saint-Germain and to Ligue 1, so he's already on the cards for a move back to La Liga, where he still has stocks. Of course, Neymar JR recently came out, reports came out from his camp saying that he wants to retire at Paris Saint-Germain, and he sees that he has no other future apart from Paris Saint-Germain, that he wants to succeed and win the Champions League. But this still isn't a confirmation that Paris Saint-Germain will still not try to offload him this summer. And of course, Chelsea is, I think, the best suitor. I don't see him going to Bayern, I don't see him going to Barca or Real. And yeah, it's only Chelsea, maybe even a cheeky United, but even that's a bit far-fetched away. But I still see Neymar JR staying at Paris Saint-Germain with his long contract that ends in 2027 and with hefty wages that no other club will be able to match. So Neymar Jr. will most probably stay at Paris Saint-Germain. Next up, Lionel Andres Messi. Of course, a move back to Barcelona could happen still, because they still haven't agreed on terms, and his contract ends at this summer. So Messi to Barcelona, still possibility, but it all depends on if Paris Saint-Germain and Lionel Messi can agree on a contract extension. If not, he will be going back to Barcelona. There is no other club he will go to. He wants to stay in Europe for 1 more year to be ready for the 2024 Copa America, and probably after that going to Inter Miami. And lastly but not least, all the players coming back from loan. You can see a big list here, and I will briefly discuss every single one. Mauro Icardi has had a great season so far at Galatasaray, but does not want to return to Paris Saint-Germain. So either Galatasaray activate and buy him, or he will go to Serie A because he wants to go back to Serie A, or even I think a club in Qatar or even Al Nassr have some links with Mauro Icardi. So he's definitely leaving Paris Saint-Germain when he comes back. Leandro Paredes will also come back, because there was an option to buy in that Juventus clause, but of course Juventus economically there's not going that well for them, and Leandro Paredes hasn't performed that well for them, so he will come back, and maybe he will just be back into the midfield rotation, because there haven't been any links with any other club. Abdou Diallo will come back to the club, suffering an injury there at Leipzig, making it a bit harder for them to buy him, but I still believe he has stocks. He's only 26, so I think a move to Serie A or Bundesliga when he comes back, a permanent one. Georginio Wijnaldum has been injured at AC Roma for 6 months and then came back, but according to some reports, Roma want to loan him again back to Roma this summer. Julian Draxler has not performed at SL Benfica and will return to Paris Saint-Germain, and PSG will try to do anything to get rid of him, probably back to the Bundesliga for a cheap price. Dina Ibimba will move to Frankfurt on a permanent this summer because he has matched a clause, which is that Frankfurt do not get relegated, I believe, and that he plays a certain amount of minutes, and he's done that. So I think the clause is between 7 and 10 million to move to Frankfurt permanently this summer. Colin Dagba will return to Paris Saint-Germain with Strasbourg nearing relegation, and with his wages and everything, they won't be making that move permanent. So he will return and Paris Saint-Germain will try to offload him. Lavin Kurzawa's loan to Fulham has not been great, and he will return to Paris Saint-Germain. Keylor Navas on loan to Nottingham Forest this January will return, and Paris Saint-Germain will try to offload him. And that was it. These are all the players that might leave Paris Saint-Germain this summer. Let me know in the comments down below what players you want Paris Saint-Germain to offload this summer from the players I just mentioned. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the PSGINT YouTube channel for daily Paris Saint-Germain content, and as usual, scream at the top of your lungs, allez, allez, allez Paris!